All right, you guys, we are here again with another episode of You Like My Podcast. This is your boy, You Like My Photos, with my co-host, Few.
Yo, what's going on, world? And we here with a very special guest. Very special guest.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Ugly Money Nietzsche, man.
Right. He used to be the linebacker for the Falcons when they went to the Super Bowl.
I ain't play with their sorry ass.
When they went to the Super Bowl,
Cowboys
team.
fan. I was a Cowboy.
Hey, you know what? Yes.
I like the win games.
Yes. Like Cowboy.
There you go.
Cowboy.
Oh yeah. You right. See,
Yeah.
I knew I was in the right place.
Right. We do appreciate you for coming, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir, man. We see the Ugly Money Music Summit on the shirt, man. Yes, it is that All-Star weekend coming up about that time.
Yeah, March 19th through the 21st, Ugly Money Music Summit. We got over 20 labels in the building. I'm sending a lucky artist to Moneybag Yo directly. I'm sending a lucky artist to Boosie directly. And I got over 20 different labels. We got Big Bank Black confirmed, Big Ranking. You name it in the music industry, we bringing them out. It's basically an artist's chance to shop themselves to a label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a job fair for rappers.
Right.
It's a job fair for singers. You know, labels are looking for talent. If you got talent, make sure you have the Ugly Money Music Summit because you're going to be looking for talent.
Please tell these folks what kind of talent you looking for, man, Nietzsche. Please tell them don't come up there half-assing this, man.
Hey, man, look, you gotta be a star.
Gotta be a star.
It gotta be in you, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a star in hits, you know. We don't need the song that you recorded yesterday that you don't know. We need the damn hit song.
Yes, sir.
Record. We want something with some traction, some motion, or whatever. We know it's hot. So, you know, we're just looking for the right artist, you know. We're looking for stars.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Please tell me what has been, like, no names, of course. What has been the worst music submission you've ever received?
Fuck it, if you want to say. See, if you want to say their name, look, say their name.
So I'm gonna drink on that one.
I'm gonna tell you, it was this cat. I ain't gonna say his name. He from Texas. And the cool thing about it is, dude actually became real cool with me. You know what I'm saying? I slammed it. The sound quality was terrible. Sounded like he was reading from the paper. It sounded like he didn't know English wasn't his first language. And I was like, bro, what the hell is this? And the beat was, you know, it sounded like a porno beat. It sounded like it was a beat off of All That Ass and Booty Talk from back in the day. You know how the porno? Never mind.
Yes.
So anyway, I slammed it. I mean, I slammed like, bro, this is not probably. And I told him, it's probably the worst piece of shit I heard. And you know, he wasn't offended by it. He took my constructive criticism and actually
was it really constructive?
No, it was constructive. It was destructive and then constructive.
Okay.
I had to tear it down. I had to make sure that he understood that he had to start from nothing. Like nothing that he had that was going.
Nothing was going.
Was working. The beat won't working. Your studio won't working. Your bars won't working. Your lyrics won't. None of it was working. So I had to tear it all down so he could build it all back up. And I basically told him, I said, the fact of the matter is, if you can take this constructive criticism and you can take this tongue lashing that I'm about to give you and actually hear and understand the message that I'm trying to tell you and take the constructive criticism and apply it, you're going to be all right. And he did. Okay. And dude came back, it took him about 4 months. Dude came back 4 months later and won it.
Word.
That was crazy.
Word.
Like, I've definitely, like, we work with our share of artists, but I've definitely realized that you have to have some type of resilience as an artist because, you know, it's already a fickle industry. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna like you. So, you know, if you get hurt when one person out of 100 folks don't like, you know what I'm saying, you can't go into no shell.
This ain't the game for people that don't have tough skin.
And see, what I tell people is, look, I don't, just because I might not like your shit, don't mean it's not a market for you. Don't mean it's not a lane. It's just not for me.
Somebody like that whack ass shit.
Right, because it's some mainstream artists.
You know, I don't like to talk bad about folk, but I couldn't stand Lil Yachty when I first heard him.
I was about to say today.
I get that.
I couldn't stand him.
But I like to see him win. You know,
because
he a hustler.
He a hustler. This boy got a Sprite commercial.
Yeah, that boy came out with that Sprite.
Like none of the rappers that I like got Sprite commercials. Lil Yachty got a Sprite commercial. He on Target. I mean, you know, the endorsement deals that kid got along was amazing. So somebody actually had to like this shit, you know what I'm saying? So it just wasn't for me.
Right.
Then you realize, you know what? I'm a grown, older dude. You know what I'm saying? He don't make music for me. He make music for the younger generation.
Right, but then it's other people that you just see grinding and growing you. Because I must be honest, when Young Thug first come out, I was like, what the fuck is he saying? But hey, that man.
About that too.
Go ahead.
Man, listen. DJ Spence came to my crib. Well, we met outside the Waffle House in Augusta, Georgia. DJ Spence is from Augusta. And they were trying to get me, I was on the radio at the time, I was on Power 107. They were trying to get me to play Young Thug on my radio show. And I remember it was a song with, I think it was him and Pee Wee Longway called Loaded. And I hated it. And I was like, man, it sounds like
my shit.
I was like, man, it sounds like he's screeching. He said, like, what he sound like, Walking Dead, like he sound like a damn zombie. I was like, hell no, I'll never play this shit. A year later, Young Thug was one of my favorite artists. and I hate to say it, but it was the fact that I wasn't hip to it. It was so new. It was so nuanced to me at that time years ago that I couldn't understand. I couldn't process it. But after the kid just kept hitting,
you see, he wanted.
By the time I remember, like, man, I recall everything he said. I'm like, I really, really like him as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people grow on.
Yeah.
Sometimes people grow on.
One of the funniest things about you, well, it's a lot of funny things about you, but the fact that you don't make skits, you make reality funny. You make real reality funny. Like when you did the when you used to do the slap boxing, it's a long history of Ugly Money. Before he was Ugly Money. Back when he was P Nice.
Hey man, I don't know who that guy is.
Okay.
Man, hey, real quick, man, you gotta tell me, Ugly Money, man, where you get the name from, man?
Ugly money is the process of success. Everything between your first dollar and your first million. That's ugly money. It's the process of getting to that million. It's the ups and downs. It's the trials and tribulations. It's falling flat on your face and finding a way to get the fuck up. That's what ugly money is. You know what I'm saying? Just taking the hand you was dealt and coming from nothing and making it into something. Turning that coal into diamonds.
Speaking of the hand you was dealt and getting up. Will there ever be a Ugly Money slap contest again? Boxing venue, boxing match. Because I missed that. This is the stuff that I missed.
That too, man. So I'm trying to see somebody get smacked to sleep.
I'm saved, man. I'm saved.
Just because you can be saved, but the people in the arena don't have to be.
I was talking to one of my sisters about it this past week or whatever. We opened up this the studio. We opened up the studio.
Yes, sir. Congrats.
4,000 square feet. We're actually opening up All-Star Weekend, and I got an event center now.
All right.
Pretty much cool. And I was like, well, I guess I could do fight night at my club, at my event center, because shit, quite frankly, is mine.
Yeah.
So we talking, but this time I'm gonna do it a little different. If I do it, I want to actually film it as a show. I already shot a pilot. We're shopping it around now, but I want to film it as an actual reality show because the stuff that, all of our content from those slap contests have been going viral for so many years that I know it's something that people want to see.
Wait, I want you to tell the one story. The one story about the girl on the high-speed chase who got away.
Oh, man. Wow. Oh, man. No names.
No name.
Two girls were supposed to be boxing at the fight night that we're doing. I was doing it in Augusta, Georgia, and they get to promote in the fight. And one girl, I guess, promotes a little too hard and basically said she gonna knock the other bitch out. And she called her. So the other girl comes back and say, well, I'm gonna knock you out, bitch. And a whole bunch of bitches get exchanged, and then kids get brought into it, and it was like, well, bitch, where you at? Pull up.
Oh, damn.
And so they were supposed to fight on Thursday. It's Tuesday evening. Eco went somewhere in the city and got the scrapping.
Oh, my God.
So they get the scrapping. They Sonny them pulled up. They get the fight. I'm like, yo, everybody watching online. I'm like, no,
you killing the money.
Why are you giving it to them for free? Right? So they get to fighting or whatever. Somebody calls the police. Police then show up. One of the girls leaves the premises and takes police on a high-speed chase. So she's like, she ain't going. I guess I don't know if she had no papers. I don't know.
She was like, I ain't going. I'm finna do the race.
Without a fight.
I'm
so
doing
anyway,
the race.
This, that, and the third young lady takes police on a high-speed chase, and it is allegedly that she runs into a house. Yeah, it was
a whole house.
All of it was on Instagram Live. All of it was on Facebook Live, actually. Facebook Live.
Good.
She runs into a house.
So these are the parties you throw, huh?
No, I don't know. This is all allegedly. This is hearsay.
Allegedly.
I don't know.
Allegedly. Hearsay.
Yeah. From what I understand, they ain't never catch her ass. So shout out to her, Sean.
And then Ugly Money, he has this secret weapon. he has this 5'8" nigga that knocks out relatives.
Oh man, who is this? Debo? What is this?
We used to call him Slap King.
Slap King. Okay.
Crazy,
Well, shout out Slap King. Everybody do a Slap King.
Man. Lamont, I don't know what happened to Lamont, man. Lamont, come on back, man. I used to make money off of Lamont. Lamont was about 5'8", 150 pounds, wet with rocks in his pocket, and dressed like Steve Urkel. He would literally wear a bow tie. Yeah. And I've seen him knock out guys bigger than me, bigger than any big dude you would ever imagine. And I've never seen anybody get in the ring with him in a slap contest and not be out cold.
Oh, damn.
I don't know where.
My man's got hot hands.
Bro,
talk about the brothers. Talk about the brothers.
I seen the dude Lamont, man. The dude Lamont. One brother got in there, bigger dude. Slapped Lamont. Lamont took the lick. He slapped the brother out, knocked him out cold. Right, the whole club went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like David and Goliath. Like here's little Lamont. He slaps the hell out of this big dude, knocks him out cold. Right, so. In the melee of the club going crazy or whatever, the dude's brother's like, oh, fuck that. I want him now. His bigger brother.
Oh, damn.
Gets in the ring. Slap Lamont take the lick. This is 5 minutes after his brother just knocked out. His brother's still asleep.
Oh, man.
Motherfucker Lamont cocked back. I say 1, 2, 3. Knocks his brother out, bro.
Bro, I've been wanting to see them one of them in person.
Oh, man. It's the most entertaining thing.
I'm trying to see the dust get smacked off somebody's face.
Yes, man.
I was doing it with Jock too in Atlanta. I did it with Jock.
Word, hey man, shout out Jock, man. Yeah. Shout out Jock.
We gotta bring that shit back. Man.
Damn, the venue.
Hey man, what? AKA King of Diamonds.
Damn right.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jock, man. All the love.
Man, but like I said, man, Ugly Money has a long history.
You know what's dope about them slap contests though?
What?
No matter what I do in my career, right? I've had records with some of everybody, done a lot of different things. But no matter what, I could be in the middle of Idaho, New Mexico. Somebody's gonna stop me and be like, "You're that guy from those videos." I'm like, "Yeah, I got a dope ass podcast though." No. The 1, 2, 3
the
guy.
Violent. No.
Like, yo, I got this record I used to have with Young Dog.
No. The
1,
violence.
2, 3. Bro, I'm like, they don't care. The fucking slap guy, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope. That shit stay with me. And a lot of we just had one that hit like 40. I want to say 140 million views.
Damn.
We did, yeah. It was crazy. They've been going viral for years. Man. They all circulate.
Well, Nietzsche, it sounds like you definitely not sure of no hustle, man. And I definitely, I speak to my homies and I tell them the importance of having multiple streams of income. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Multiple hustles, man. Like, how do you do it? How do you manage that in 24 hours?
What I had to learn to do was delegate and hire people.
Amen.
Hire good people and being able to find people. So the thing about it is you can teach a good person how to do a task. You know, I could teach, my homeboy how to run the camera. But I can't teach a great cameraman how to be a good person. So what I do is I look for good people and try to teach them something, to empower them, you know what I'm saying, to teach them the skill. So, with Ugly Money Entertainment, I'm the CEO, but man, we're a team. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me. I got 4 assistants, like literally 4 personal assistants that answer the phones and things of that nature. Because there's no way in hell I'd be able to. I'll talk to all them damn rappers or all them people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's importance of just getting a good team, getting a good solid team around you, and you can only go as hard as your team can go.
Okay, your background, because at one point, maybe still now, you was an artist.
Yeah.
Okay. My man's had bars.
Right, you were you were signed to 8 Ball at one point, right?
8 Ball MJG.
Bullshit.
Shout out Push Manager, man.
Bullshit.
MJG, Jazzy Faye, yeah.
Come on, man. What was that like? Like that
I'm
life?
signed. I think I'm signed for life, bro.
It's
a situation with Push Management. Is the fact of the matter is that at some point in time they believed in me when nobody else did, and I just think it takes a real person to realize that, because I hate when these artists get in these public displays of I'm like, bro, at some point in time this man believed in you when nobody else did. 8 Ball, MJG, Duprano, Jazzy Faye, they believed in me as an artist when nobody else gave a fuck. And so we're locked in for life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And there is nothing, there's no piece of paperwork or whatever that can stop that.
I feel
you know
that.
what I'm saying? They did some great things by me. They still my brothers, and we still work together to this
Hey,
day.
man. See, and that's what I'm talking about, man. It's about crossing them bridges and they still intact. You know what I'm saying? You can go off and venture and do other endeavors and other things. You know what I'm saying? There's still love at home. Folks ain't sour. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew an artist who slept on a guy who was his manager's couch for 2 years.
Yeah.
And he got a deal of $30,000.
Yeah.
And he upped on him.
I hate that shit, man.
Just upped on him.
That just shows how violent people are.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, man, nobody owe you shit. So for somebody to try to put in on you, you should always, at the very least, owe them your respect.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay homage.
So, like I say, I'm locked in with Push Management for life. Like it's all, like you'll see it on my music, something on my flyers and everything. Like on the Ugly Money seal, it say a Push company, because Ugly Money is because anything I do, Push is attached to in some shape, form, or fashion.
Right, man. That's you know what's good about you. You a loyal individual. Like you're a very loyal individual, and not only that, you're also talented, and someone who knows talent also asked you to come and perform for the Big Three. Can we talk about that, please?
This is new.
Research, ladies and gentlemen. He's pulling shit out this hat that I had no idea. I'm gonna need some more Hennessy for this shit.
Okay. Help yourself.
Ice Cube. I was running a club in Alabama at the time. Shouts out Pure. I was doing a club in Alabama, in Anniston, Alabama, and I had a pretty good fan base as far as just people following my movement in Alabama. Ice Cube comes to Birmingham, Alabama, and it was like, hey, we need somebody to perform at the Big Three. I don't know how my name got thrown in the hat, and this is like probably months before I retired.
You must know Black Bill Gates, don't you?
No, it was Siobhan Say What was her name. Siobhan Say What. The guy Big Von was booking the artist for Ice Cube. Big Von called Siobhan Say What. Siobhan Say What says Ugly Money Nietzsche is the guy in Alabama, and I'm like, I don't know how I became the guy in Alabama, but you know what? I'm the guy in Alabama. Calls me up. It's like, hey, we want you to come perform at the Big Three. How much is it going to cost? You want me to perform on national television? You're asking me how much it costs? Okay, so I tell him a price. I pull it out my ass. He says, "Cool. What's your cash app?" I'm like, "Oh my god,
this is going down.
It's Christmas.
We doing this,
right?" So he pays me for the show. I go out there, I perform. I get to meet like all Nate Robinson before he got knocked out by the white boy, and some everybody. You know what I'm saying? It was a dope experience. Ice Cube was really cool. Real humble dude. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to Big Von and Siobhan Say What, because they really plugged me. And me and Big Von actually, I had him on my podcast later on. Like we still got a really good, strong relationship. We can do some big things in the future.
And you know what? Right now we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna get into your podcast.
There it is.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. So we'll be right back, man. Hey, shout out to my boy Nietzsche, man. We out.
Yeah, man. We still here, man. Sterlo, Ugly Money Nietzsche, Hennessy, Modelo. That girl that I like, the only girl I let get my brain is in here.
Oh man, my man's spitting pimping right now.
No, I'm just saying, man, the only girl who I ever let get in my head is in here, and I love her.
There it is.
I'm gonna say that on camera. I love her. But man, let's talk about you and your podcast, because you had some dope people on your podcast that I tuned in.
Appreciate it. Ugly Money Podcast, I started it in my living room a year and a half ago.
Okay.
In my living room. And
that encourages us.
Yeah, no.
Very encouraging.
It's where it comes from.
Very encouraging.
It's where, the biggest thing about having a podcast or doing this shit is just doing it.
Yeah.
Because you know what? As you do it, you're going to figure out ways to do it better. And so, I started in my living room after radio station told me no on the job. It basically told me no. I had the number one rated show in this particular city. I ain't going to say the radio station. But I tried to get my old job back after I retired from the military. I mean, not the military, retired from music. And they just told me no. He's like, no. I'm like, you understand I had a 19 share? And you telling me no? Like, no. And I was like, I didn't understand it. After I got on my feelings about 2 or 3 days, I'm like, man, fuck that radio station. I'm going to make my own radio station.
Yeah.
I started the Ugly Money Podcast.
Yes, sir.
I had one blue mic and one gray mic. You know what I'm saying? we started it. Me and such and started talking, and we had 2 GoPros and 2 iPhones. No, 1 Droid, 1 iPhone, 2 GoPros, and that's what we was recording off of. And I took my studio mic and linked it up with another mic I had just bought, and we just started talking, bro. In a year and a half ago, and today we've gotten probably over 3 million views on YouTube alone, and probably about close to 250 million views, impressions on social media.
Yes, sir.
We just got picked by All Urban Central.
Okay.
They're the biggest YouTube platform in the South. They got 1.9 million subscribers. So
okay.
Shout out to All Urban Central.
Shout out to All Urban Central.
Hey, All Urban Central. How y'all doing, Will? We'll meet you soon.
We just got picked up by them, and so it's just about keeping going, like stay going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even when you don't feel like recording, do it. That's the episode. When you don't think my biggest episode was still Fujiano. And at the time when I interviewed Fujiano wasn't a big name. Fujiano is just a guy that won a showcase. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a big artist. And I remember me thinking like, I don't know if I want to interview him, because I had some bigger people on than Fujiano. I'm trying to keep it celebrity. And I'm like, man, fuck that shit. That man got a dope ass story. Yeah. So I interviewed him. Literally the next day after he left my podcast. That man flew up to New York and got signed by Gucci Mane.